Rhinos go smash. Rhinos go boom. What happens when a rhino runs through the China shop all over you? We're going to find out in this video, so check it out. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I am your host Josh, aka Finley Kilgore, and in today's video we are taking a look at Rhino Barreling Brute, the newest Gruul commander from the Spider-Man set. I'm really excited about this one. I've wanted to build a big stompy Gruul deck for a while. How about I just stop talking? Let's just go check out the video. Let's take a look at Rhino Barreling Brute. This guy is a very expensive commander. He is a 7 mana 6/7 human villain in Gruul colors with vigilance, trample, and haste. 3 fantastic keywords to have all together. Whenever he attacks, if you've cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater this turn, draw a card. I've said this multiple times before. I don't necessarily care for the cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater ability on cards. We started seeing this in the Final Fantasy set. I wasn't sure that I would ever like it, but once it comes to a color scheme that really likes playing big, massive, stompy creatures, I'm all in. I love it. Vigilance, Trample, Haste means that you can still keep your defenses up, you can still get through for damage, and he can at least make that card draw happen on the turn he comes out. We have decided to build this as a stompy deck. So we're just running a bunch of big, fat creatures and trying to get through for as much damage as possible. So let's run down the list and see what we've got, shall we? First off, we're going to start off with Airy Oofs. Now I'm going to tell you right now, I have at least 3 commander builds that I have done recently that you have not seen yet that Airy Oofs is going into. I think that this card is going to start becoming a very important card for people to put into their Pauper commander decks. It is a 5 mana 3/3, but when you sacrifice it, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature with flying. So on its face, it can kill out a lot of the flyers that are a problem inside of the format, but with that persist, it can still do the same thing. And there's a number of creatures that are coming out that are going to be adding a lot of 1/1 counters to stuff. If you have a chance, you need to go and find copies of Airy Oofs. It's a 5 mana spell, which also means that it triggers Rhino's ability. We've also got Annoyed Altasaur because we do like cascading. Balaam T. Rexar has Trample, ETB. We gain 3 life, but it's also got 4 cycling, so we're able to utilize it as a way to find the lands that we need to play the big stuff that we are using. We've also got Boarding Party, 6 mana 6/3 human pirate with haste and cascade. Cactarantula, I always mess that name up. It's a 6 mana 6/5 plant spider. Costs 1 less if you control a desert. I did put it in for partially because of that, but I really put it in because it has reach, and when it becomes the target of a spell or an ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. We've also got Crashing Drawbridge because we do have a lot of these big creatures that don't have haste. We do also have the Crimson Fleet Commodore in here. Being able to get the Monarchy, hold on to the Marquee is nice. We do have some Mana Dorks in here. We've got Elvish Mystic as well as a Llanowar Elves in here. We also have the Fiendhorn Elves. We have an Elysian Carry added. We also have Fertilid. ETB gets 2/1/1 counters. You can pay to remove counters in order to find a land and put it on the battlefield tap. Any form of mana ramp that we can use, as well as deck thinning to make those Rhino card draws more worthwhile, is important. Spider Manifestation, which is probably my pick for the most cracked card out of the Spider-Man set for Pauper, is a 2 mana 2/2 with reach, taps for Gruul colors. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, you untap this creature. Reach is very nice, and it is a mana dork, so you can use this in multiple very abusive ways. Hey you, yeah, you. I happen to hear that you're not subscribed to the channel and you haven't been hitting like on the videos. Hit the subscribe button. And while you're at it, leave some comments down below. I like hearing from you. You can also go follow my Instagram page at Finley Kilgore, my whatnot page. Username is Finley Kilgore. I like selling cardboard. If you enjoy buying cardboard, you can go down to the description below and get $15 in free credit that you can use on my store. Just remember that it's for first-time users only, and shipping and handling charges may apply. Fierce Empath seems like it's a necessity in the deck. We do have Generous Int in the deck, Goblin and Narcomancer. This is going to reduce the cost of each of your red and green spells. Molten Monstrosity is another really great card. It's 8 mana 5/5, but it costs X less, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control, and he has Trample. We also have Myconid Spore Tender. I like putting this in a lot of different decks. It's aggressively statted as a 4/1, so blocks really well, attacks really well. When it ETBs, you destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Nyxborn Hydra is another way to just make things really freaking big. We have an Owlbear, ETB draw card, 5 mana 4/4 with Trample, mine as well. We have an Uxoda Golem in here, as well as a Tangle Golem in here. Those are your affinity for lands creatures, the affinity for forests is just a vanilla 5/4. Affinity for mountains is a 3/2 with haste. However, being able to potentially have way less mana being used in order to cast these guys is very good. Rapacious one, 6 mana 5/4 with trample. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you can make Eldrazi spawn creature tokens, and then you can sack them for 1 colorless mana. We are playing a big things deck that allows us to get more mana to cast big things. We like it. Segu Wildling is another one that I really wanted to get into this deck out of Tarkir Dragonstorm. 5 mana 3/3, but the 1 mana side, we're able to hunt down a land. Scuzzback Marauders, another really fun one. Again, persist creature. It is a 5 mana 5/2 with trample. Simeon Spirit Guide, trying to do everything you can to make as much mana in 1 turn as possible. That's kind of the thing that you want to do. We also have Spider Rex Daring Dino out of the new Spider-Man set. This is a 6 mana 6/6 with reach, trample, and ward 2. So yeah, absolutely needs to be in here, and also doesn't die to cast down. Real good. Tuk Tuk Rebel Fort, because we need our creatures to have any form of haste they can, but also it is a defender with reach. We also have Turret Ogre, 4 mana 4/3 with reach. Whenever it enters, if you control another creature with power 4 or greater, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. I like having a little bit extra burn and damage, and the fact that it hits each opponent and has reach, I like that as well. Ulamog's Crusher, because it's big. And then Zertaw Druid is our last creature. This is 2 mana. You can tap it to add 1 green to your mana pool, and then whenever you tap Zertaw Druid for mana, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Moving on to the sorceries and instants, enchantments, artifacts that are in the deck, we do have a number of pit fight options as well as bite options. Bushwhack is 1 mana. You can search for a basic land card, put it into your hand, or you can have target creature fight another creature that you don't control. We do have a number of mana ramp options because, again, we're playing big mana stuff. We've got to have lands. So we do have the Cultivate, the Explore, the Farseek. We've also got the Into the North, Kadama's Reach, Nature's Lore, Rampant Growth. Ranger's Path and Sky Shroud Claim are 2 very interesting ones because they are 4 mana spells. Like I also said, as far as pit fight options, we're running Horrific Assault. I like this because it's 1 mana as well. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. And if you control an Eldrazi, you gain 3 life. So since we do have at least 1 Eldrazi in here, and we do have some cards that are going to make Eldrazi spawn tokens like Rapacious one, we do have the potential of being able to get a little bit of life gain off of that. Hull Breach is a 2 mana sorcery. Choose 1, destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, or destroy target artifact and enchantment. Pirate's Pillage is going to give us that card draw that we need, as well as some treasure tokens for later usage. Smash to Dust is another one that I really enjoy. This can be used as a board wipe for all of the 1 toughness creatures that your opponents control. You can also use it to destroy target artifact or get rid of a defender that is causing problems, like maybe a Murmuring Mystic. More card draw with Big Score, get 2 treasure tokens and draw 2 cards. More bite down options with OG Bite Down, as well as Cosmic Hunger. The Planeswalker and battle side of this doesn't really end up mattering, but it is still a 2 mana bite. We do also have Prize Fight, where you're going to be able to fight against something, make a treasure token. So again, those treasure tokens could get used for something later on. Ram Through, which is another form of bite. The excess damage, however, ends up getting dealt to the creature's controllers. We do have a Lightning Bolt because it's playing red. Why wouldn't you play Lightning Bolt? Siege Smash. This is one that I've also felt like people need to really start running more of. It's a 2 mana instant with split second out of Modern Horizons 3, and you can choose one, either destroy target artifact or target creature gets +3/+2 and gains trample until end of turn. So I really like this card. The split second option means that you can buff something up out of the way of a Fiery Cannonade or a Breath Weapon. We've also got a couple of protection spells. We've got Ranger's Guile in the deck, which will give +1/+1 and hexproof, as well as Snakeskin Veil that gives the +1/+1 counter. Tamiyo Safekeeping, which is obviously the best version of these. You get hexproof and indestructible until end of turn and gain 2 life. We've also got Unexpected Windfall for that card draw as well. Moving beyond that, we've got our 3 artifact Expedition Map and World Map are in here, which means you know that we have Urzatron as well, and Wayfarer's Bauble, because we need to make sure that we're finding those lands. The last bit is we've got Goblin War Drums in here because it does give all of our creatures menace, making it to where big things can't be blocked out by 1/1s and instead have to be blocked by 2/1/1s. It feels a little bit better. So yeah, we put that in. Now, as far as our land base, we are running 36 lands because we are a very big mana deck, but we do have a number of ways to mana ramp, as well as a handful of mana dorks. I did go heavy on the non-basic lands in this, however, because I feel like it's important to make sure we're not only hitting our colors, but we're hitting enough of them, because Rhino Barreling Brute does have 2 red and 2 green pips. So we do have our command tower, Tower, Evolving Wilds, as well as Terramorphic Expanse, and we likely will be putting a Vibrant Cityscape in this deck as well. I have not done it yet, but the playtesting feels like I might need to do that once it comes out. We do have Forgotten Cave, as well as the Tranquil Thicket for cycling in order to get a little bit of extra card draw. Gruul Turf, because 1 land tapping for 2 is very nice. The bounce does hurt a little bit, but it's honestly not that bad. Hidden Nursery and Hidden Volcano out of Lost Caverns of Ixalan. They enter tapped, but you can pay 5 in order to tap them, sacrifice them, and discover 4, which means that if you have not been able to cast a 4-mana spell somehow during the turn, then it gives you the ability to be able to find something at 4 mana, hopefully. Obviously, it could end up being a 2-mana, a 1-mana spell, but might as well go ahead and have them in there. Highland Forest, as well as the Wooded Ridgeline, in order to fulfill our mountain and forest needs. Again, Oliphant and Generous Int are able to dig those up for us. We also have the Opal Palace because, hey, if we can actually cast Rhino 2 times, giving him a 1/1 counter seems pretty dope. Path of Ancestry is in here as well because we do have a number of creatures in the deck that will share a type. And then, like I said, we are running our 3 Urza lands because we are playing big stuff. When you play big stuff, you play Urzatron, right? That's what I'm to believe. So yeah, we do have our Urzatron in here to round out the deck list. And that's it. That's the list. Bing, bang, boom, smash. Typically, whenever I am playing something that is big stompy type creatures, it's a Modi. I feel like this runs a little bit faster than a Modi because of not just the mana ramp that's in it, but because we're able to keep our hand pretty consistently filled up off of card draw from Rhino. I hope that you build the deck list. I think it's really cool and casual. I don't know if it's competitive, but maybe somebody could figure that stuff out. I really appreciate everybody that has been watching the videos. Make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of this build. Let me know if there's something that you would put in or you feel like there's something missing. I want to hear from you. Let's see if we can refine this list a little bit and get this thing really smashing through walls. If you could also do me a favor, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 250 subscribers before the end of December. I really do think that we can pull that off. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell also. I know I don't normally say that. Also, make sure that you like the videos if you're enjoying them. And with all that said, my name is Josh, aka Finley Kilgore. You can go in the description below, follow me on Instagram, head over to my Whatnot page, use my affiliate link for $15 in free credit, and I will see you guys in the next video.